Hello everyone and welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. Having completed the holiday high-rise event, I have finally been able to build something in my town that I would really like for my Sims to have as a destination, getaway spot in a glamorous place as you see here. And of course, I've taken advantage of the glitches within the game to create this unique design here, which I absolutely love, just like my Barbie penthouse. And you can see that there is a floating balcony here with a unique structure. This is the top of a glamorous, expensive building in the city. This is supposed to be Miami, right? And you find that some penthouses at the top of these builds look very unusual and have these, strange shapes, and that's what I've put together here. I think you would realize that the front part is where I paid most of the attention so that it looks really nice for, say, when helicopters go by, they can see the top part of this house, because that's the only way you get to see something like this if you are in a helicopter. But this is what it looks like, I promise you. It's just like my Dubai penthouse in Sims 4. So let's go ahead and see who's here and tour the space. And the person who is here is none other than Kelly Diamond, which is Pamela's mum. If you remember in Teeny Issues, episode 6 that went out yesterday, if you're watching in real time, she was quite upset that her daughter was about to get suspended because she had some shopping trips to go on. So she's a woman of leisure. She is now on the trip, as you can see here, and she is really maxing out her husband's platinum cards and what have you. He spoils her rotten, so she's buying a ton of outfits, clothes, shoes. She'll attend some events, some parties. This is the kind of lifestyle that she has. She is indeed, the sophisticated socialite. And that was an update, 2 updates back, right? So this is where she was coming to, and, she was getting really irritated that she might have to babysit her daughter. But she still came on the trip and allowed someone else to stay home and chaperone Pamela. So here she is. She's just had a glass of wine because she's exhausted from all that shopping. And this is the location that she is basically lodging at the moment. So here's the entrance to this very lovely penthouse, pent room, I say. I've clicked onto the door and I don't want to do that. Let me open that up and I think let's swing around. It's very difficult to avoid those doors and tap here. That worked. Right, so this is where you come in, and that's the same for every single one of you. I have stuck with the same plan to have this lovely table in the entrance with a plant and the beautiful conch, and then use that mirror in that place. Usually there will be a door into a bathroom here, but I've changed that. What we have now is a brick wall with that beautiful mirror and then access into a kitchen dining space. Now, again, this is a hotel room, so there is no kitchen, right? It's just a space where she's got all these beautiful wines that have been selected for her. She's a very important guest at this hotel, and they know her as Mrs. Diamond, so people who work with her husband make sure that she has everything that she requires. So she's got a platter here of oysters, food, chips, shakes, you name it. But for the fact that Pamela was poorly behaved, she could have come on a trip with her at a later date, and she used to do that, but in this case it's still the school year and Pamela's at home. Now this is the way into the main living space. I managed to place a beautiful piano in this space, which is incredible, right? And as I say, you can see that there is a lot of space, and you could turn this into a full house, but it's not supposed to be that. It's a hotel room. This is the way upstairs, so there's no blockages anywhere. Clear access to where the bedroom is and the bathroom. And what's down here is sort of like an entertaining space in a way, if she had some guests. I love the blacks and the whites, as sharp as they are, and the wallpaper is brilliant. That grey brick, it's just really nice and exquisite. And then of course you've got the television in the corner there and that beautiful table, and then you have an entire panel of glass, facing the front part of this penthouse showing you the beautiful views in the ocean. And then you've got that lovely in-ground spa at the front here, which I think is fantastic, instead of a pool. And that spa is what allowed me have the floating room. Okay, so this is the way upstairs, and you can see that glass panel again that shows you the outside of this beautiful house. I think it's lovely. Now we're going to go up to the more intimate space for Mrs. Diamond. And when you come up those stairs, you have the same panel of glass, right? So you have a great view of that deep blue ocean, perhaps surfers, maybe some sharks, I don't know. But then she's got a vanity here, which I absolutely love. The way that it looks is just, you know, different, and that's quite nice. So it looks as if she is, you know, somewhere else other than her home. It's not the typical things that you see around Sims houses, is it? So this is a different style of a vanity with a selection of fine perfumes set on there. And here is the bedroom area. It's beautiful. I felt that those mirrors at the back worked brilliantly behind this bed, because we don't have 3x1 grid pictures that are beautiful, for my taste anyway. And this is the way out to that intimate balcony space that I showed you at the very beginning of the tour. So there's a seat in here with some beautiful cushions. This is from the backyard events that we've had in the past. And this divider, the room divider here, made of glass, is basically like a balcony that's sealed off completely so that guests can't fall out, you know, to the ground below. You're going to see how I do that on my Instagram, so don't forget to go to my Instagram. I'm going to show you exactly how I did that, okay? And I'll put that up in a couple of days, so give me a couple of days. This is where her closet and suitcase is, and her beverage shelf for teas and coffees and so on. And then round the corner here is where we have her bathroom. It's really beautiful and compact. This really lovely toilet unit that I've added to the mix comes from the Poolside Paradise event grand prize house. So when you build that house, you get that toilet unit, and it works well with the collection in here. It's quite dark, isn't it? And again, she has a splash of different toiletries and so on for her use. And there she's got that jet bathtub in the corner there, and more towels. You know, the great thing about the hotels is all those towels and warm towels. It's just fantastic. And this is basically Mrs. Diamond's hotel room whenever she comes to Miami. Apparently this is meant to be Miami as far as the update goes. So there isn't a live build for this. I suppose I could do one. It works the same way as the attic house that I built a couple of weeks ago, except we're using the in-ground spa as a support for the floating room. So as I say, I think this is basically the permanent property that's going to be on this high-rise building in my town as a destination. The one thing I haven't found out quite yet is whether when you visit my town you can come here and lodge with your sim. If you do, take pictures, put it on the Facebook page and let me see. And I mean, better still, I think I'm just gonna, as soon as I finish this video, go and visit a couple of towns and see if I can, you know, visit your destination getaway location on this high-rise build. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm going to get Mrs. Kelly Diamond to hang around here for the next week. And then if your sim comes along, she's going to be either a friend or maybe a suspicious someone who's going to hang out with her. So take pictures, put it up on the Facebook page as evidence, and let's see what she was up to with your sim. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon in the next video. Bye.